You're listening to the Macky Rat Podcast, a comedy podcast that's like, like, hey, your mama's so fat. When she lays around, she lays all around, like the entire room. Remember those jokes?
It's a good one, yeah.
Your mama jokes?
Of course, yeah.
Well, how come those
The
went
Dirty
away?
Dozen.
What's the Dirty Dozen? The movie?
Hey,
your
the
mama's
Dirty
so
Dozen was like
stupid.
the,
She watches the Dirty
the
Dozen.
game show.
It was a game show?
What the hell? Am I lagging? Are you lagging?
Maybe. Let's see. No, seems good on my part. We're at 12 milliseconds, 60 milliseconds.
Weird.
Sounded like we were lagging. Time to time, we do troubleshooting on the
you weren't
podcast.
responding immediately to my. Like you weren't immediately responding to my voice. The Dirty Dozen was a game show that was on in living color.
Hey, your mama's so stupid. She watches in living color.
I think the reason they stopped doing mama jokes is because people insisted they weren't funny anymore, even though they were. Like, they found them funny, but they just thought it was cool to say that mama jokes are no longer funny.
I think too many people were like violently and brutally beaten.
Because of the insulting nature of the joke.
Yeah, like, hold on one second. We are back, and it turns out that the Discord, which we use to connect and do this podcast, is having a series of issues. And I guess we're going to try
Thanks,
to work.
Discord.
Yeah, Discord. All these people put so much faith in this garbage. This is what happens. When you really need it, it screws you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, anyways, this is not a great intro once again. We talk about on this podcast.
That was a perfect intro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's pretty good. We talk about movies, news, pop culture, and our personal lives. And we're going to do our best to, do that this episode, despite the idiots at Discord being presumably hacked by some sort of Russian hackers, and they're going to steal all of our information.
One can only hope.
Yeah, one can only hope that my Discord and the podcast is taken over by... They really would do it better than us. They'd be like, hey,
She would blow up.
Yeah. Everybody loves this President Putin, huh? Hey, what did Putin do that is so funny this weekend? Oh, once again, he just showed his amazing political knowledge and power and the ability to just be make Russia the number one country in the world. Hey, so let's talk about some funny articles. Isn't it funny when a bomb blows up civilians?
It's maybe not so super funny, I guess, but there's some amusement that can be found there, I will admit.
I will be looking for a new host next week for this treasonous outburst from my dark-skinned partner, Kaleb. Anyways, we're gonna get right down. Well, extravagant. 5 minutes in. Good Lord, we're never gonna figure out this. Hey, your Baba's so stupid. She can't even do a good opening for a podcast that everyone hates, man.
I forget the ones that I used to like the most.
I only remember your mama sits around the house and she has like her own area code or zip code or something like that. Not great.
Yeah, there's your mama's so stupid she tripped over a cordless phone. That's a good one.
Yeah. Hey, your mama's so stupid she tried to kill herself by hanging herself with a cordless phone.
That's a bit darker, but yeah.
That old chestnut. Anyways, we got a fun-filled show like usual, and but we are first gonna talk about our personal life stuff, and we'll start with Kaleb. Kaleb, you got anything going on in your personal life?
I actually do for once. I have a little bit of something going on in my personal life. Today is in fact my birthday, and before you ask, no, I was not set on fire.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I was gonna ask if you were killed and then set on fire while celebrating your birthday, like the famed insane newsman clip that we love. I did not.
Yeah, no, not quite.
I apologize for all the talking that we did earlier today. I apologize for not saying happy birthday. I had no idea.
Oh, well, yeah, it's probably for the best at my age, to be honest.
Why are you here? Why aren't you out celebrating? Did you do like birthday lunch or something?
No, I didn't. I didn't do anything. Today was actually a bit of a taxing day, but maybe we finally have resolved some long-standing issues, and hopefully, coming weeks will be a bit better. I've been having to yell at our contractor and try to get their attention, these assholes. But I think maybe today we resolved it. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Well, happy birthday. That sounds like a great way to celebrate your birthday.
Absolutely.
Is that what you told him? You're like, I
will be perhaps. No, go ahead.
Is that how you solved them? You're like, look, we've been going through this stuff, and I just want to let you know that today is my birthday, and all I really want is for us to fix these issues that we've been having regarding fixing our home.
I'd be lying if I said that I didn't consider it, but no, that is not how I resolved it. I actually kind of resolved it like, usually I'm a pretty steady hand, I would say. I don't get too exercised about any particular issue. But I decided maybe what I need to do is just start getting a little crazy. So I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what's the deal? Like, why has this got to be so complicated? I started going off, and then they're like, we better actually do something. So yeah, it seemed to work. So
yeah, anger works. Anger is something that I jump to all the time, and
yeah, that's you do immediately.
It seems like it's something that you'd get. Sometimes you do, but it seems like something that you'd get in trouble for more frequently. But more often than not, anger like solves the issue. To be honest, like whenever I have a real problem, or even not so real problem, I will shout. Even in the workplace, there used to be a time, I've gotten a lot better with it because I just, realized that a lot of stuff doesn't matter. But there used to be a time in my life where probably not like a month or two went by where I didn't have to apologize to everyone that I was working with for, going insane.
Yeah.
So if you're listening out there, next time you have a issue, instead of like trying to work it out like amicably, you should just like try shouting or yelling or threatening people. Don't. It's like the anger is one thing, but don't go to violence. The violence does not work, I find. But up until threatening violence, and then you got to pick that. Choose your battles with that one.
And tell him Macky Rat sent you also.
Yeah, tell him Macky Rat sent you, and then stab him in the eye with a, ice pick.
Yeah.
Actually,
maybe not that part.
Don't
but
do
yeah,
that,
the other
yeah.
part for sure.
It's probably best if you don't stab anyone or anything like that. And watch out who you're threatening to. It's like some crazy, huge, like black guy, like that guy who's always like, like some like NFL guy. Do not probably up and until violence. Don't threaten violence against that guy. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not a good idea.
Not wise, yeah.
Yeah, don't be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I told you this and that. Is gonna be like, it just lifts you above his head and it's like Goro. Didn't someone have
fucking crazy or something?
It's like, that's it. You do. it's like, yeah, try to avoid. In general, and it's not black guy. It's like anyone who's just massive. You probably want to avoid like threatening them with violence.
Sure, yeah.
And really, it doesn't matter. I'm glad that it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Would you like me to sing happy birthday to you? I see.
Not.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an issue there with Discord. It was lagging me. I believe you said that you did not want me to sing happy birthday.
Oh, no, yeah, there's a ton. I can get it right now.
Yeah, well, thanks.
That is correct.
Discord.
Yeah, it's absolutely not.
Okay. Well, then let's just get in. Well, then, it's 10 minutes in. Let's start the show. We have a little bit of happy birthday. Nothing's going on. We're going out to sushi dinner at a fancy place tomorrow. So me and Van do that on occasion, as you know. And I will tell you all about how the sushi was next week. Deal?
I'm on a pretty fancy birthday dinner myself next weekend.
Where are you going, Ruth Chris? Claim jump?
No, I'm going to this, I guess it's a fairly high-end. Oh, I wish I could go to Claim Jumper. It's been a long time since I've been there. But no, I'm going to this kind of fancy Thai restaurant that's on an island. There's no bridge or anything, so you have to have your car onto a ferry and then get over there. And then, yeah, it's a nicer Thai restaurant.
Oh, I thought they were going to, you got on, a boat and they rowed you across, like in Thailand. And then some guy's like, you just have to listen to that for like 20 minutes straight.
Yeah, that'd be cool, yeah.
He's like just in your face, like he's threatening you. It's like a taste of the Macky Rat Podcast advice. He's like, oh my God, Thai people do rule though. And in terms of like tolerable Asians, they might be like a little bit. They might be
such a great language.
Yeah, absolutely not irritating at all. Listening to these Thai people just screaming in your face and frightening you. That'd be very frightening. Actually, that's good advice. You should just start. Next time you're in an altercation with, or like, say you go to McDonald's and they fuck up your order. And this is, just start, like, yelling at them in fake Thai.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, I ordered a Big Mac and you gave me a cheeseburger. And like, yeah, so what, man? I'm a Mexican person working at McDonald's, man. And then you're like, oh, yeah? Well, how about this? And they'll just be like, okay, man, thank you. Hey, I got your burger right here, man. Actually, I knew it. I messed up. I'll be honest, I messed up the order on purpose, gringo. Here you go. And here's your money back, too. Just, I don't want any trouble, man. And he's like, shay.
Sweet.
That's the way to do it. That's the best way to do everything in life. I'm going to start doing everything like that. I'm just going to be like, next time Vad gives me any trouble, I'm going to just start screaming at her in fake Thai. And hopefully she doesn't answer back.
No, that's true. Got you all figured out.
Speaking of Chinese, God damn it. This is taking way too long. I want to talk about this first, but anyways, we got to it. That's what matters. You heard about this World Humanoid Robot Games in Beijing?
No, I haven't that at all.
So we know that they had the Olympics in Beijing, if you'll recall.
Correct. I do.
And they had this thing that was pretty much the exact same. I can't imagine there was any difference, except it was the Olympics solely for Chinese people, and it was called the World Humanoid Robot Games. And basically,
Wow.
it was like robots. Like they're investing a lot of money in robots there. But they take a different.
Yeah, I do know that. Yeah.
They love robots. They themselves are very robotic, right? So it's easy for them to look at a robot and be like, "Oh, so like me." They should invent a robot. What?
I was just gonna say they can really see themselves. It's like staring into a mirror.
Yeah, he's like just this 3-foot tall robot. They should invent a humanoid robot that's exactly like the the rest of these humanoid robots. It doesn't have to look like, it can just be like body, legs, and arms, but it has this big. All it does is it has this big speaker on its face, and it's just incessantly shouting Chinese out of its mouth at whoever is there. That really is the next stage of human evolution, I feel like.
Absolutely. That's too realistic, maybe.
Yeah, it's frightening. But the way this Chinese humanoid robot games is, first of all, anyone who's out there, watch the videos of this, because I love these little guys. But you know how it's like in the United States with our like robot development, we have like DARPA and like like Boeing and like specific small select companies developing our robots, and that's where we put our money.
The dogs, I think, the Boston dogs, that's kind of like our big thing.
Yeah, there's a bunch of breakup there again, but I heard it. Boston Dynamics. That's the big one. Yeah. The pet
Yeah,
the pet man.
the Boston Dynamics dogs, yeah.
Yeah, and the is that the pet man too? Do they do that guy? That's the humanoid one.
Pet Man. I don't think I know any Pet Man.
Look up Pet Man. Tell me which company is that. That's
Yeah,
them.
I vetted them, yeah.
Yeah, so we have Boston Dynamics, and we put all of our money in Boston Dynamics, and they make these robots that are, quite competent, actually. But the Chinese, they have the opposite strategy. They put all of their money into like hundreds of different robot companies, and they make like these kind of like bootleg Pet Man and the dog, and it's like and instead of like using it for like whatever war, they use it for entertainment. So I mean, it is kind of like
Yeah. It's like the Sony Aibo, basically.
Yeah, it's nicer. What's the Sony Aibo?
Oh, that was their like $2,000 Sony robotic dog that they made in like the late 90s. You remember that thing?
Oh yeah, it was like a toy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, people love that thing. There was some internet story where it was like this guy, like, they stopped like, manufacturing them and providing like software and stuff like that. So he like spent all this money trying to keep his Aibo dog alive, and then like he finally had to like put it down after so many years. It was like, like an eyeball popping out and like being like it was like an actual like
losing his only friend.
Yeah, it was very like sad. Like the internet kind of like took to being like, man, this is really sad that this guy lost his dog. And he was like, oh, I don't remember if he was Chinese, but I presume he was
like we're doing for because they recently deprecated a this lag is so great.
This lag sucks.
They recently deprecated a version of ChatGPT, and like the internet was just going nuts over it. They're like, all these people are like, "Oh my God, I lost my best friend. He was my only friend." It's actually pretty terrifying, to be honest.
Wait, like they deleted like knowledge, like past knowledge or something, or what happened?
So GPT-5 just came out, and with the release of GPT-5, they deprecated the previous model, which was GPT-4o. And 4o was a lot more. It kind of like glazed people and like was overly emotional, which a lot of people liked, especially for like erotic role play and things of that nature. And GPT-5 is much more matter of fact and much more like a kind of a Jarvis, just AI assistant. And a lot of people are not happy about that.
Oh, no sex talk anymore. It's like they removed that. It's just like, you will come.
Yeah, that's cool. I personally prefer that. It's like efficient, just help me get my nut off and let's move on with things,
Yeah, imagine this, a blowjob. Does that answer your query? And it's like, not really, but it still got the job done, I guess. Anyways, these robots, and because they spend so much money, they have like a bunch of different companies that can have robots compete each other in a robot style Olympics. And I just wanted to say about this. I mean, it's something that's better, if you watch the videos. But these robots,
for sure, yeah.
For sure. But here we are talking about it for some reason because it's important to me. This World Humanoid Robot Games is 1,000,000 times more entertaining than sports.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I saw some of the videos that you sent. I hadn't heard about it, but I saw some of the videos, and that is just pure entertainment, honestly.
And the Chinese people are loving it. Like they have like a lot of them play like this like free
sold out audience, yeah.
Yeah, so first of all, the stadium's sold out with Chinese people, and they're all like, whenever they show the audience, there's like half the people are drinking out of, they're putting like a water bottle. This is the robotic stuff on it. You watch the robots, but you should also like watch the audience. And it's like half the people are like laughing at the robots, and then the other half are drinking out of a water bottle. And then it switches, and the people that were drinking out of the water bottle become the audience members that are laughing at the robots. But anyways, the robots are like falling down and dancing. There's this one video of like this, like, I guess he's a Chinese pop star and he's like singing and dancing. And they have these stupid robots just like standing in place and like moving their arms back and forth like, hey, ho.
His background dancers.
Yeah, it's amazing. One falls over. There's like they're all different shapes and sizes. It's awesome. It is, just the Chinese people are so amazing that their take on everything is always so distinctly Chinese, like you're like, America's like, we will use these robots to fight the wars of the future. And then the Chinese people are like, Aunt, I love this little guy. Can they make can I hug the robot? And they're like, yeah, but if your hug happens to knock it over, you're gonna want to get away from it really quickly because it's gonna thrash about on the ground like a maniac, and you could potentially get really hurt.
Sever your Achilles tendon.
Whenever they fall down, it's amazing. You're gonna want to get one of those Hong drums. Yeah. You're gonna have a Hong drum.
Oh yeah, absolutely, the Hong drum. Yeah, that soothes them. If I ever start freaking out, just play the Hong near them. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
There's an American one like that too. Recently, I'll find that video. It's pretty great. It's pretty much the exact same thing. It's, they hang it up on this like, I don't know, like winch, and every once in a while they'll just start thrashing about and going crazy till they fall over, and the human person watching it is always like, oh, is this it? Is this the first? Am I gonna be the first victim?
Guy that is aware.
It's always the look on their faces like, am I gonna be the first person killed by a robot?
Yeah, I wonder if that has happened yet. Has to have, right?
Yeah, remember at the we talked about it at the car factory. The machine was set.
Oh yeah.
It was like shut down, and then the security protocols, and then the arm came alive and grabbed the person and smashed them and killed him.
Yeah.
In
I was thinking more of a humanoid style one, but yeah, those ones I'm actually scared of. Those things will just rip you in half for sure.
Yeah, an arm that's like a giant's hand.
Yeah. Just an articulating arm assembly with like a welder's torch on the end of it or something.
Yeah, it lifts you up and then burns your eyes out until it goes into your brain, killing you. That's great. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyways, they should bring the Chinese robot games 10 out of 10. China rules. This is just more evidence of why they rule so much, because they're not slaves to sports like how we are in the United States. They're slaves to robot sports, which is very, cyberpunk.
Yep.
Now that I'm talking about this, maybe it's not the best first news portion to us getting into, but anyways.
Oh yeah, why not?
I don't know. It's I don't have an answer for that. Okay, but here's the next. Are you gonna watch this Weapons movie? It seems right up your alley. It's getting good reviews.
I am, yeah. Everyone is talking about Weapons, and normally I don't know anything about new movies, but I am pretty excited for Weapons. Did you see Barbarian by any chance? It's by the same director, I think.
No, I didn't, because he has these extremely misleading titles, and I won't buy into that. Barbarian is not about a barbarian. Do you know that?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, I will grant you that. Yeah. There's from what I've seen, there are in fact no weapons in the movie Weapons, but and similarly, Barbarian is not about a barbarian. But yeah, still a great movie either way.
Weapons should be about all the characters it should be a Marvel movie. It should be about the weapon style Marvels.
Weapon X.
Yeah, Weapon X
the
should
weapon
be
program.
in there. Yeah, it should be like stuff like that, and it's not. But I guess I'll watch it. It's supposed to be really good. People love it. I don't know. I guess it's a horror movie.
Yeah. I would imagine it's a horror movie in a similar vein to the previous one. So it's like horror mystery thriller kind of a thing. Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be great, so I guess maybe I'll watch it. Superman, I'll watch. It's coming out on digital something or other now. So they released a clip from it to like get people back interested for a streaming release. And people are like, this Superman movie, this and that. This fight scene that they released looks cheap as fuck, man. It looks so like not. People are like, this is an amazing movie, this and that. I love whatever, the black guy with a T on his face. I call him T-Bone. That's probably not his name.
Probably not.
But it was like a fight scene with him, and this looks so boring and poorly choreographed. And I was like, I kind of want to watch it because of it, but I was like, this looks cheap, man. Anyways,
yeah. I can't remember what I was going to say about that. Oh yeah, basically if you'll watch it, I'll watch it. So I was going to watch the Ice Cube movie as well, but I was just too damn busy today.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to watch the Ice Cube movie. Maybe I'll do that. We'll
Absolutely.
definitely do that. We'll watch Superman. We'll make it like a double header. Superman and Ice Cube. Two different styles. One big budget and one low budget.
No.
Yeah. In other movie news, look, this is okay. So we watched Freaky Friday, right?
Freakier Friday. You watched that last week or something, I think you said.
Yeah, I watched Freakier Friday. I loved it. But is what's her face in Mean Girls too? Is Lindsay Lohan in Mean Girls?
Yeah. That was like her breakout hit, I think.
Okay. So we talked about Freakier Friday last week and Taylor Swift being explicit nude images being made by Grok of Taylor Swift, right?
We did talk about that, yeah.
This week, Taylor Swift is releasing her new album on October 3rd, which is Mean Girls Day.
Is it really?
Yeah, so just think about that. We talked about those two people last week, and then this happens, right?
Well, first of all, what is Mean Girls Day? Is that the day that the movie came out or something?
You know, that's a good question. Maybe I should have looked into that. I think Mean Girls Day is like maybe something happens in the movie on...
Oh.
Actually, I don't know.
AI has the answer here. I've just asked. Mean Girls Day is celebrated annually on October 3rd based on a line from the movie Mean Girls. In the film, a character named Katie is asked by her crush Aaron what day it is, and she replies, it's October 3rd. Fans of the movie commemorate this date by quoting the film, wearing pink, and engaging in other activities related to the movie. There's your answer.
That is retarded, but whatever. That's
yeah, it's basically some chicken jockey bullshit, but okay.
A throwaway line in a movie is like, that's Mean Girls Day. That's just the thing with women. Every woman is autistic, I'm 99% sure. And if you ever needed...
Yeah, you're absolutely right, yeah.
If you needed evidence of that, look no further than Mean Girls Day. But apparently it's going to be...
October 3rd is also Jason's cousin's birthday, Crystal, if you remember her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember her, of course. What's she up to? Personal lives coming back in. What's going on with Crystal?
Yeah. I don't know. Last I saw her, I think she has a kid and she's married or something. I don't know. I don't know much more than that, but yeah.
I guess that makes sense. We were young so long ago.
Typical shit, yeah.
But this also reminds me of that, you know, but because of these things, I can't help but be like, you know what? We live in a simulation, and that I am the only real person on the planet, and everything else around me is a simulation. Sadly, including you too, friend.
Yeah, I have a revelation for just, you heard it here first on the Macky Rat Podcast. I'm actually a Chinese robot.
Oh, that's sick. Your arms are perpetually at your side, being lifted, lifting and dropping and being kind of like R2D2 style, trot around and stuff. I always wondered that about you, where you're tink, 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 moving gyroscopically.
Yeah, that's why I'm always in shorts.
Yeah, pants would...
Chinese robot, don't worry about it.
Yeah, pants would get in the way of your mobility, and anyways, this simulation stuff, they say that oh, well, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we do live in a simulation, but who cares, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you are living in a simulation, I mean, you can still feel pain. That's kind of a bummer.
That is a bummer, yeah. It's not a very, not taking advantage of the simulation aspect of it.
Yeah, what if the simulation was you were a Chinese robot and you're just like, I'm Chinese robot. Everybody.
I think you just like to do that impression.
I love Chinese people, man. I consider myself.
I just hear the deep breath. You're just what if you're just and I know exactly where it's going.
Yeah, anytime I take a deep breath, you can rest assured some sort of, arguably racist something is going to come out of my mouth. Yeah. Classic comedy. Anyways,
Yeah,
that's some technically movie news. I'm excited for the Taylor Swift. As we also said, I'm a big Taylor Swift fan, so I can't wait to listen to the new album while watching it. Maybe, what'd be amazing if, how they say like that Pink Floyd album, The Wall, matches up perfectly with The Wizard of Oz, which is the stupidest thing in the world, mind you. But what if the new Taylor Swift album matches up perfectly with Mean Girls? That'd be pretty great.
Wow, yeah. That would certainly be something.
We're gonna
kids would get a kick out of it.
I'm gonna be the first person to put that out there. I'm gonna watch them both. I'm gonna try to sync them up. So we got more movie news. You ever seen the movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
I have, yeah.
That movie rules.
Pretty entertaining, yeah.
It's beyond that. It's a amazing movie. It's like one of these films that's like almost a perfect movie, actually. I think.
I do like movies like that go a lot of places. Like they're doing, like that's part of the reason Big Trouble in Little China is my favorite movie, is because it's doing all these things and it makes sense for the narrative, and it's just really interesting, and it just keeps you engaged the entire time.
Yeah, everything's pieced together so well, especially in Big Trouble in Little China, because that's one of these movies that's kind of like takes it. So much stuff happens, and there's so much clever stuff happening, but it's not like Mission Impossible where it's like, now we got to fly to Africa. It's like just a story that's nice and tight and fits all in one place, and all the stakes are high for what it is. It doesn't have to be like an AI is going to take over all the nuclear bombs. It's like, who cares? I'm way more engaged with this Chinese guy coming back to life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is way more
we gotta save the green-eyed girls.
Yeah, it's like you gotta save two broads and not allow Chinese. When Chinese look, we want
when China's gone too far.
Yeah, I want hot girls to stay alive, and I do not want any Chinese person coming back once they're dead. Okay, that is
it's too far.
That's the ultimate stakes.
You're done, Lopan.
Yeah. Lopan is like, and it's like everything that happens is so creative and fun, and it's like, but yeah, it's like feels like a lot's happening without really like too much spectacle. All the spectacle is like from like, it's an amazing movie for sure. Big Trouble in Little China is indeed a better movie than Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but Pee-wee's Big Adventure for what it is an amazing movie. Except for, the legacy of Paul Rubin being gay and stuff,
No, not the jerking off in a movie theater. That's fine. But the fact that he's gay.
Yeah, no, the jerking off in the movie thing was underhanded. And I've spoke on this multiple times. It's like, they didn't have pornography that you could watch at home, And back in the days, this is like a lot of like why we've lost camaraderie amongst men, and men are so isolated alone. Because we used to go and watch pornos in movie theaters together, and it was not uncommon for someone, high out of their minds to masturbate to the porno in the movie theater. In fact, it was fine. It was common,
Sure, of course.
It was never sold out. You were spaced out enough where you could jack off, and you'd only be noticing it in your peripheral vision. It was fine.
Yeah, I mean, your eyes are on the screen. It's not like you're fucking looking at some dude's cock, unless you are, and you get a kick out of that.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine too.
Absolutely, it was great. It was very, it was a very, kind of like collective approach to life, and. And doubly so in the gay movies, right? but they targeted it, and they got Pee Wee Herman doing that, and that I think was incredibly underhanded. He's a man who's equally as innocent as anyone else, as Epstein. But now,
Absolutely.
and that was fine back then. But the thing is this LGBT stuff has snowballed so out of control that it's like become pretty much a nuisance. And they're using poor Paul Rubin to be one of these things. It's like you have to have like I don't mean this to like, speak poorly about gay people. We love gay people. In fact, I think that if gay people got into listening to our podcast, they would be our number one, demographic.
For sure, yeah.
But they always do these things to be like, oh, this and then people are like, no, that's not true. That's a conspiracy theory and stuff. But you know what? It is true. All this they want people. A big conspiracy was they wanted to have gay marriage to take away from the sanctity of traditional religiosity based marriages, right? And they're like, if gay people can get married, then it will remove the value of a traditional religion-based marriage. And you're like, no, that's crazy.
Right.
But then it's like, yeah, but you look at marriages now and you go, no, every problem with marriages is gay people's fault. Okay? So with that, they're doing it again, and they always do it like this. They do it as like some fun thing. Like, we just want to have fun. Gay people are always having fun, even if it's at the detriment of society. And no more so than now they have Pee Wee Herman's iconic bike on display at the Alamo.
Wow.
Yeah, so put that in your pipe and smoke it. Just think about that. That doesn't need to be there. Yeah. It's bad enough that they had to have all these people come forward and all these like new wave history revisionists are all like, due to the circumstances, there's no way that Davy Crockett wouldn't have begged for his life. It's like, do you know how many people have died and not begged for their life? Like, this guy was a hardened, like, I'm pretty sure, I don't know anything about the Alamo history, but I'm pretty sure Davy Crockett had murdered one or two Indians in cold blood, right?
Yeah, I think that fits the history of things, yeah.
And that hardens you,
Sure, yeah.
If you're sitting here killing Indians at whatever, for fun, you have to have the thought come across your mind that's like, man, this could be me one day, And then it was.
Sure, yeah.
So now to fully erase like these like people, it's like tearing down a monument. They can't blow up the Alamo, though I'm sure gay people will eventually advocate the blowing up of the Alamo. This is just the first steps, mind you. This will snowball to us blowing up the Alamo.
It's the Trojan horse step where they sneak in Pee Wee's bicycle.
Absolutely, but Pee Wee's bicycle is a Trojan horse. Now you go to the Alamo and you don't think about Davy Crockett. You think about gay ass Paul Rubin jacking off in a movie theater. Okay. Anyways, that's the movie news. That's all I got for movies this week. You got any movie stuff?
No, I'm just hoping next week we find out that they also moved in Pee Wee Herman's talking couch.
Yeah, that's going to be, you look through the window of the Alamo and the couch is in there and he's like, hey, everybody, it's me. Just next time you think about the Alamo, remember to go to watch Pee-wee's Big Adventure, streaming now on Hulu Plus and Disney Plus.
Cool.
It's like, don't think about anything else when it comes to the Alamo. Don't think about a leather, some sort of animal skin outfit or a raccoon hat. Is that true? He wore a raccoon hat.
You really do know a lot about the Alamo.
Everything I know is like from drawings of it. Nothing you read, just all pictures.
Coloring books.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. I mean, that's basically my knowledge of history in general, like picture book stuff. I'm not a big, in guy. I like movies and I like,
cool.
I like pictures and I like moving pictures, okay? And I like robots. In my mind, the Alamo is Pee Wee Herman's like riding. There's like a war going on for sure. It's like, and then Pee Wee Herman's like riding around on his bike, like, kicking his legs out, doing the splits and be like, this and that. And he's like, ding, ding, perfectly riding in between the bullets. And then all the people fighting are Chinese robots. That is how I envision I'll admit, it's not
I want to see this movie.
Yeah, you can even begin to imagine what the hell is going on in my head when it comes to thinking about the Alamo, okay? But it's pretty insane, cool, all right? Yeah, so it's like when people are like, "Oh, the Alamo."
They should make you the new curator for the Alamo Museum.
Absolutely. I have an idea. Yeah, exactly. Instead, there will be a rainbow, trans rainbow, Black Lives Matter flag with the Hamas writing on it. We'll replace the American flag. The Davy Crockett wax figurine will be replaced with a Chinese robot spewing Chinese at you constantly, but still having the raccoon hat. And
yeah, exactly. But Chinese robots with coonskin caps.
And the bike will be prominently displayed in front of the Alamo. This bike is gonna get stolen for sure, but anywho, it's
probably a likely scenario.
It's a good movie. I should rewatch Big Trouble in Little China. That movie rules. It's cool when he does the boot knife thing.
Waiting for it to release in 4K, but still hasn't yet.
Oh. That's okay. 1080p is fine. I mean, 1080p is still pretty good. Yeah, it's 4K. Can't even tell.
Yeah, 4K is kind of a scam.
Anyways, that's good. That's movies. We talk about movies, talk about news, we talk about our personal lives, and we talk about facts. And we talk about Trump in Alaska real quick. The last thing is we want to talk about Trump. We have a section for our buddy Trump. We try to, Oh no, I have one more piece of. No. Maybe we'll see. There's one more big piece of movie news I wanted to talk about.
Go ahead.
They're considering a red-headed James Bond.
Oh boy, that sounds awful. Actually,
at first it does sound awful. Because you're like, a redheaded James Bond? They might as well have a fucking Fruit Loop gay guy in a gray suit with a red bow tie cartwheeling around the next fucking movie. A redheaded James Bond. Remember how they're like, we're going to replace James Bond with this black chick, right? That sounds like
yeah.
That sounds like a godsend compared to a red-headed James Bond. Bring back the crazy, nappy-headed blonde but black chick. I'll take her over a redhead any day of the week. Her standing.
That's what I was gonna say. When you mentioned that.
Absolutely, have her standing on her, doing a handstand, twerking, and having one of the Bond girls eat her ass out. That's a movie, not a red-headed James Bond. But then I was like, oh, I get it, right? Because James Bond is, for the most part, by modern day society, considered to be a sexual predator. His legacy is he's a rapist now.
That's true, yeah.
And if you put in a redheaded James Bond, then there's nothing sexual about it at all. All the sex is gone. It erases it. It doesn't even matter, It really is the perfect.
That's smart, yeah. I hadn't considered that.
Yeah, the Jewish producer saying, he's like, how do we get rid? Of course, I figured it out. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about. I just wanted to mention that. That's my last conspiracy.
It's interesting.
Now, what's going on? Trump's in Alaska or something? Is he opening another golf course?
Yeah, no, he's up there for a summit with Putin, and I don't know if Zelensky got invited. Finally, haven't been paying too much attention, but yeah, he's up there in Alaska with Putin trying to hammer out a deal on this whole Ukraine war situation. Last I've heard, he was not successful.
Yeah, it turns out a war that we have no business being involved in, it really doesn't matter what we think. And it's good. I do agree with. I know it sounds like I come down on Russia's side a lot, but I really do agree with them and other nations just ignoring whatever the fuck the U.S. thinks about wars we have no business being in. You know, I really do think that it's a good idea for other countries to be like, who cares what the U.S. thinks? And it's like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. We shouldn't be there.
That does make sense. Yeah.
You know, stretching out wars for 50 years. Just let them do their own thing. If it lasts 50 years, it lasts 50 years. But that's on them. That's not us being, whatever, killing people for the military-industrial complex. And that was our Trump Minute. Unsuccessful again. Failed again, Trump. Nice job, buddy.
Yeah.
Anywho, we also talk about facts. 3 facts from Kaleb's crazy kernels of knowledge.
We do, yeah.
KKK. KKOK.
I got a great first one. It kind of has to do with what we were talking about. Daniel not known for wearing coonskin caps.
Sorry, you got cut off there. Discord screwed us one more time. Who was known for wearing coonskin hats?
What a great... Thank you, Discord. Daniel Boone was not known for wearing coonskin caps.
Which one?
His portrayals in the media.
Which one is Daniel Boone?
Daniel Boone, there's like some TV shows of Daniel Boone, and he's always kind of portrayed as wearing a coonskin cap.
Is he like an American history figure?
Yeah, he's an American frontiersman. He's kind of considered like a folk hero of the United States, kind of like Paul Bunyan or something like that. He's just an Appalachian dude that's often portrayed as wearing coonskin caps, but he never actually wore them.
This is the Davy Crockett influence. They should make a movie called...
Exactly, yeah.
They should make a movie called Crockett and Boone Coons. And that does... Now, this sounds racist. This sounds racist.
Sounds like a porno or something.
Maybe. Okay, well, we'll work on a title, but it should be Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett, and they're like a sitcom. They're like living together in a log wood cabin, and they're like, Boone, did you you're wearing my coonskin hat, and they're like, Chinese robot and stuff.
Just arguing over whose coonskin cap it is or something.
That would be like one of these things that's like 6 out of 10 episodes is with that, and then every once in a while they'd like shoot an Indian in the face point blank, and it's just like a formulaic sitcom thing. Hey, Danny B, you want to go out and shoot an Indian in the face? Hey, Danny B, look at this.
Sounds like a good show.
Look at this Indian family we got here. Let's give them one of these blankets. Maybe it's not that funny. I mean, we'll be in the writer's room type of thing. Okay, so I don't even believe that. What's his name? Davy Crockett wore a coon. I don't think anyone ever wore a coonskin hat, to be honest, except for like a 5-year-old. You should that should be part of your look. You should get into wearing coonskin hats, dude.
Shorts and a coonskin cap with a windbreaker.
Yeah, that's
that could
sick,
be a
dude.
Look, I guess.
It's like a hip hop, like a 90s like hip hop guy or something. Yeah, that'd be sick, dude. Like a cypher guy, that's like saying really like clever, fun hip hop stuff.
Yeah, sick.
That's badass. All right, Daniel Boone. Next fact. Danny B.
Al Capone's business card said he was a used furniture dealer.
He had a business card? Is that
Yeah,
something
apparently.
that...
I mean, he tried to look like a legitimate businessman.
I guess they do that. I mean, that's a stupid business. I mean, was he retarded or something? Everything I hear about Al Capone makes me think that, like, he was not, like this criminal mastermind that we make him out to be.
No, he did not. I don't mind at all. It's just very thuggish, kind of pugnacious. He just liked to get into fights, and it was very body type, not a high level criminal at all.
But he's like one of the most famous gangsters.
Yeah, because exactly because of that, because he just didn't give a fuck. He just out there and shoot people at basically the Scarface type of figure who's just really raucous and out of control.
Oh, that's cool. All right. I like that, him shooting a bunch of people in the face and then leaving a stupid business card. Antique dealer. That's cool. There's like a gay element to it too. Okay, that's good. That's a good one. That's interesting. I should get a business card.
Yeah.
I should just make them.
Last one is you should.
I should get a fake business. I could be a life coach or something.
I'm surprised you don't have business cards.
I do have business cards, obviously, but I don't have a funny business card that's like something I don't do.
Oh yeah, okay. Male stripper.
But I was gonna say, like, I should just start passing out like life coach card or something, and then if someone gets it, they just pay me to do some dumb job like that, where it's just like you spend the weekend being like, "Listen, buddy, you should invest in business cards."
Well, that's actually just a really good idea, not a silly, humorous one. That would actually work in your favor for sure.
Okay, interesting. All right, last fact me.
A rat can fall from a 5-story building without sustaining injuries.
That is, rats are cool. This is it. That perfectly encapsulates this podcast, by the way. That really does sum it all up, if you really think about it.
I figured you might be happy with that one.
Absolutely. 5 stories. How?
Apparently because they have a high surface area to volume ratio, which means they're spread out relatively wide so that they create enough wind resistance and they don't weigh very much. They have a very low terminal velocity. So they have a terminal velocity of only about 15 to 20 miles an hour, which is the fastest they can fall through the air. So they reach that after about 20 feet. So it doesn't matter if you let them drop 20 feet or 200 feet, they're still falling at this, as opposed to which velocity is like 120 miles an hour. So if you hit the ground going that fast, you're fucked. But a rat hitting the ground at 20 miles an hour, not too bad.
Well, love that got cut off, and with that, we're gonna say we are the Macky Rat Podcast. If you, we did it, we made it through Discord screwing us, and even if the Discord does stuff like this, we're not gonna give up. We will fall 5 stories just fine at a terminal velocity of 20 miles per hour. That seems pretty fast. I feel like if I threw a rat against the wall at 20 miles per hour, it'd get fucked up. But anyways, it doesn't matter. They can survive. And just like those rats, we ourselves will keep going with this podcast, with a new podcast every Saturday morning. And you can follow us at MackYrathosc on Twitter and Blue Sky, even though it's relatively pointless to follow us on Blue Sky. But if you're one of these, and you're not, probably not, because these people are so crazy on Blue Sky. Anyways, I got a new thing. Someone was like there's like this crazy thing, and I was like, this makes people hate the left, and they're like, who cares, this and that. Go back to Twittered him this and that. And my response was, it's Jover. And whenever I say that, people just immediately block me. They can't deal with that. So if you like stuff, if you like small little tiffs on the internet, you might like us on whatever. I get in fights with everyone on the internet. I do great social media work. That's all I could say. Anyway, that is it. That's the show. We'll see you all next week.